Let me tell you something most men only understand after the damage is done. It's rarely enemies that ruin men's lives. It's the women they choose to be with. Not every downfall comes from betrayal. Most of it comes from the slow leak of peace, focus, and drive that you never notice until it's already drained. Every man who ever lost his edge didn't just get distracted. He gave the wrong woman a seat too close to his mission. See, the wrong partner can take everything that makes you a man: your time, your clarity, your discipline, your ambition. And the saddest part? You won't even realize it's happening until you're empty. So this isn't about blaming women. It's about protecting men, your time, your energy, your future. Because one wrong choice can cost you years. Today, we're breaking down 7 types of women you should never date. 7 red flags that seem harmless at first, but will destroy your sanity, your focus, and your self-respect if you ignore them. And you better stay until the end, because the last one is the most dangerous mistake good men make. It's the one that quietly bleeds the life out of you. Let's get into it. Number 1, the attention addict. Her real relationship isn't with you, it's with the audience. Her loyalty belongs to the crowd. She lives off validation, likes, and the eyes of strangers. You can give her everything: your time, your love, your focus, and it'll never fill the hole, because that need has no bottom. You'll think you're competing with other men. You're not. You're competing with the entire internet. Jung once said, "People wear masks so long they forget who they are." That's her life. Her mask is her audience. At first, she'll feel exciting, electric energy, fun, magnetic personality, but over time you'll realize every private moment somehow turns public. Every dinner, every trip, every small thing is turned into a post for strangers to consume. And piece by piece, your peace becomes content. Here's what men miss. They think her addiction to attention is just a phase. They tell themselves she'll grow out of it. But addiction isn't a phase, it's fuel. And when that fuel runs out, so does her interest. You'll start noticing the shift, the need for more photos, more compliments, more validation. And suddenly, your relationship becomes a performance. You're not her man anymore, you're part of her brand. When a woman lives for attention, no man will ever be enough. Because attention doesn't satisfy, it feeds insecurity. And when you try to fill that bottomless pit, it'll drain your energy faster than anything else. That's why smart men draw the line early. If you don't, she'll keep testing how much of yourself you'll give up just to keep her happy. And here's the truth. The more you excuse her behavior, the less of you will be left. You'll lose your focus, your drive, your calm, all to keep up with someone who's addicted to being seen. A woman who constantly needs attention will never truly see you. Most guys don't learn that lesson until they meet the next one. Because if she's not addicted to attention, she's addicted to something worse: your money. The second type is the gold digger. She doesn't see you, she sees what you can provide. Her eyes are locked not on your character, but your wallet. She studies your lifestyle, not your values. She's not impressed by your vision, only by what it can buy her. And the moment someone else offers more, she's gone. That's the game. You'll spot her early if you pay attention. She's the one who asks about your plans for the weekend, not your goals for the year. Every conversation somehow ends up about money, trips, or things. She's not curious about who you are. She's only interested in what you can fund. Here's the Machiavellian truth. When love becomes an exchange, you're not her partner, you're her investor. You'll think your generosity wins her over. But all you're really doing is renting her loyalty. And the problem with renting is simple. The moment the payment stops, the interest disappears. Seneca warned about this centuries ago. He who indulges empty pleasures empties himself. You're not being noble when you constantly spend to earn affection. You're being drained. A man who thinks money can buy connection ends up broke in more ways than one. Because when generosity becomes a condition for love, it's not love anymore. It's a transaction. If every act of kindness you give has to be paid for with validation, you've already lost the frame. She's not giving you affection. She's rewarding you for compliance. You'll start adjusting, spending more, trying harder, just to feel appreciated. And it'll never be enough. The problem isn't the money, it's the imbalance. You're giving from your heart, she's taking from her greed. That's why the smart man understands that money should amplify love, not replace it. When the relationship revolves around what you can provide, she'll never stay for who you are. And the moment another man provides a better deal, you become history. But not every woman drains your resources for cash. Some drain you through chaos. They don't want your money. They want your attention, your stability, your sanity. That's where the third type comes in, the party girl. The party girl is all energy, all noise, all thrill. She lives for weekends, not goals. For moments, not meaning. New bars, new drinks, new people. Every night is a movie in her head. At first, you'll think you've met someone spontaneous, fun, full of life. And she is, for a while. But then the nights get longer. The calls go unanswered. The excuses start sounding recycled. You'll find yourself awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why her phone's still off. The truth? You're not her priority. You're part of her rotation of excitement. The nightlife is her real relationship. Novelty is her drug. Dopamine is her dealer. And peace? To her, peace feels like prison. Jung once said people chase outer noise to avoid facing their inner emptiness. And that's her to the core. She keeps moving so she never has to look inward. And if you stay too long, she'll drag you into that chaos with her. You'll find yourself trying to be her anchor, her stability, her structure. But you can't fix someone who's addicted to distraction. You're not supposed to be a security guard at a nightclub you never signed up to manage. You're supposed to build your own world, not babysit hers. And the more you try to tame chaos, the more you'll realize it doesn't turn into peace. It just turns into resentment. But chaos isn't always loud. Sometimes it hides behind a calm smile. Sometimes it looks composed, even elegant. And that's what makes the next type so dangerous, because when the storm wears makeup and speaks softly, most men never see it coming. The fourth type is the narcissist. With her, everything circles back to one person, herself. Her needs, her feelings, her story always come first. Your pain? Inconvenient. Your dreams? Background noise. In the beginning, she'll seem like a prize, confident, independent, magnetic. But give it time, and you'll see it clearly. You're not her partner, you're her mirror, and mirrors aren't loved, they're used. Here's how it plays out. When she needs you, you have to drop everything. When you need her, she disappears. Her apologies sound like empathy, but are really control. I'm sorry you feel that way. She never takes full responsibility because that would mean giving up power. She remembers your mistakes in full color and forgets hers in grayscale. The Stoics taught, never argue with a tyrant, withdraw your power. Machiavelli said, don't beg mercy from the one who enjoys control. That's the game she plays. Her version of love is a power exchange, not a partnership. And every time you feed it with validation, you lose a little more of yourself. You can't fix this type. You either build walls or you burn out. Because if you stay, you'll die of thirst trying to drink from an empty cup. And when you finally stop giving, she'll paint you as the villain to protect her ego. That's how she survives, by rewriting the story. But not every manipulative woman looks confident or dominant. Some use weakness as their weapon. That brings us to the new type most men never recognize until they're already trapped, the victim queen. She's the one who lives in a cycle of crisis. Every story she tells has her as the victim and someone else as the enemy. Her pain becomes her identity. At first, you'll feel compassion. You'll want to protect her, help her, fix what others did to her. But over time, you'll realize her wounds aren't healing. They're performing. She uses pain like currency. She trades guilt for loyalty. Psychologists call this covert manipulation. It's control through pity. She'll tell you no one ever understood her until you came along. And just when you start feeling special, she'll remind you how easily you could become the next villain. That's how she keeps power. She weaponizes fragility. You'll walk on eggshells, constantly trying not to hurt her. Every disagreement becomes emotional blackmail. You don't care about me. You're just like the rest. And before you know it, you're apologizing for things you didn't even do, because it's easier than setting her off. Men lose themselves here because they mistake empathy for love. They think they're helping, but what they're really doing is feeding her control. You're not her savior, you're her supply. And when she's done playing the victim, she'll find someone new to rescue her. You can't save a woman who benefits from staying broken. The longer you try, the more she'll drain your confidence and twist your kindness into weakness. And that's the trap. Believing your love can heal someone who doesn't want to heal. But then comes another kind of danger, one that doesn't cry or manipulate with emotion, but with temptation. That's where we meet the promiscuous woman. To many men, she looks like freedom, fun, uninhibited, adventurous. But what feels like passion at first always turns into emptiness later, because repetition changes wiring. Every casual fling trains her to detach instead of bond. It builds a habit: feel, enjoy, exit, repeat. Over time, depth feels heavy and surface level becomes safe. Commitment feels like confinement, so she breaks it before it can form. You might think you're the one who'll be different, the exception. But soon, the ghosts of her past will start haunting your mind. You'll compare yourself to people you've never met. You'll start questioning her loyalty, replaying stories, reading signals that don't exist. And when you finally ask for consistency, she'll call it control. If intimacy is cheap for her, loyalty will always feel expensive, and you'll be the one paying. The Stoics warned about this. Discipline isn't just about money or body, it's about who you let into your soul. A man without standards becomes a tourist in his own life, visiting places he was never meant to stay. And yet, even after all these types, there's still one more. The one that doesn't destroy you through greed, chaos, or games, but through silence, through absence, through love that was never real to begin with. The last one is the woman who doesn't love you, and this one breaks good men quietly. She may smile at your jokes, accept your gifts, and enjoy your company, but deep down, she doesn't feel what you feel. You can sense it, you just don't want to admit it. You tell yourself you can change her mind, make her care, earn her affection, but you can't. And the longer you chase it, the more of yourself you'll lose. You can fight for her attention for months, even years. You can sacrifice your pride, your dignity, and your peace just to keep her around. But here's the hard truth. If she doesn't love you now, she never will. Love isn't something you convince someone into. It's either there or it isn't. What you're doing isn't persistence. It's self-betrayal disguised as effort. Men stay because they confuse patience with loyalty. They think, if I just hold on a little longer, she'll see my value. She won't. She already made her choice. And the more you chase her, the more power you hand away. That's the trap. Believing that effort can replace attraction, that proving your worth can make someone feel something they don't. Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you'll call it fate. That's exactly what happens here. You'll call it destiny when it's really denial. You'll tell yourself you're fighting for love when you're really avoiding rejection. And every day you stay, you're teaching her one thing, that she can have your time, your body, and your energy without ever having to love you back. The cost? Your peace, your purpose, your identity. Every hour spent trying to earn love from someone who doesn't want you is time stolen from your future. You're not meant to beg for affection, you're meant to be chosen. Understand this, walking away isn't weakness, it's clarity. The right woman won't make you chase her just to prove your worth. She'll recognize it, she'll add to it, she'll meet you halfway. A woman who truly values you will never make you fight for basic respect. I'm not saying this to make you bitter. I'm saying it to keep you sharp. Because the wrong woman won't just waste your time, she'll drain your purpose. She'll make you forget who you were before her. And once that happens, it takes years to rebuild. So protect your mission like your life depends on it, because it does. Your focus, your discipline, your energy, that's your foundation. Lose that, and you lose everything that makes you a man. The wrong woman can distract you from your purpose. The right one will amplify it. So stop chasing what drains you. Start choosing what builds you. Build your mind, your money, your discipline. When you do that, you stop being an option and become the choice. That's how men rise. That's how you rise.